Um, it's really hard to find the words after listening to Angela, because every word that she said came straight from her heart, and she is a broken mom, and a mom who many times doesn't know how she stands up and speaks or gets dressed every day, but it's because of her son, it's because of her daughter, it's because of who she is that she took the courage to be able to stand up here today. Any of you that are here that have lost a child, a brother, a sister, a niece, a nephew, a friend to suicide or to an overdose, my heart is with you. It makes me feel that foundations like mine are not doing enough still. It makes me feel that starting the foundation so many years ago and going into schools and going and trying to get laws changed and doing all that is not doing enough, because there's still people that we're losing every single day because they're struggling. They're struggling with being bullied. They're struggling with not fitting in or feeling that they are different. They are struggling because maybe they are lesbian, gay, transgender, bisexual, and because others tell them that they are not able to fit in. We see our world divided with Black Lives Matter, and if you're not fitting in on one side, then you're on the other side. We see so many people who are struggling, trying to find their place in this world. And if we would listen to all of the words that Angela said, she said every word that could possibly be said. That we do have to sometimes look inside ourselves and realize what it is that we want to be remembered for. This was not my mission in life to start a foundation, to travel and speak to people around the country about the issues of bullying, cyberbullying, and suicide. But the reality was, like Angela said, I'm not going to keep quiet about it. These are uncomfortable topics. People are uncomfortable around being around people like us that have lost someone. They see us in pain. They see us in anger. They see us struggling, and it's hard for them. So many times in these tragedies, we lose people that we used to be friends with. We sometimes lose family because they don't know how to deal with a new person. But the reality is that we sometimes in these tragedies, the only one thing that I know after 13 years of Megan being gone, I know that the pain will never go away. I know that when people don't understand this type of pain, they will say really stupid things and things that seem very insensitive of, aren't you over it yet? I think you should just, go get ready, get dressed, you'll feel better. They're in a better place now. All of these ridiculous things that people who have gone through it like us would never say to another person. But the one thing that I have found through all of it is there will be those few people in our deepest, darkest moments that will be there with us, that just sit there with us, listen to us, ramble, cry, scream, yell, whatever it may be, that stick by our sides. And we don't need 100 people to support us. We need that one, that two, those few people that are there through our good days and through our bad days. And those are the people we have to lean on. And I can tell you, my life has changed the moment Megan, at 13 years old, took her last breath. My life changed that moment. I am not the same person that I was before. I don't care about things that I used to care about. I don't care about money. I don't care about vacations. I don't care about having the best this and the best that. I have to live every single day with, if today was your last day on earth, my question I feel I would be asked at those pearly gates or whatever it is that you believe in is, what have you done for others? They're not going to care about anything else that we did. They're not going to care that we kept up with the Joneses or that we did this or we did that. What have you done for others? And it's what I really try to do. I am not some saint. I am not perfect. I am not a mother that's better than another mother that has lost a child and started a foundation. We all grieve differently. My grief for me was I couldn't keep quiet. I knew something had to be done, and I didn't know what that meant. I have a high school degree. I didn't know anything about businesses or nonprofit world, but I knew that I didn't want another parent to walk in my shoes and feel this deep pain that you feel every day. And it's why we started the foundation. I do believe that we've made changes and we've helped kids and we've saved lives, but it's just not good enough. When we have this many people standing here on a Saturday night with grieving somebody else, we've not done enough work, which means why we need the schools to do more. We need to make sure that we're talking about mental health and support consistently from kindergarten all the way through to make sure that it is not something that is seen as a stigma. Kids like AJ, or that I see this all over the country all the time talking to these male athletes that are put on these pedestals because everybody in school thinks they're great. But deep inside, they're struggling. They're struggling trying to keep up that level of who everybody else thinks they are. And high school is so hard for kids because they're struggling of trying to keep up and figure out and be who they think everybody else wants them to be. And so sometimes young people that are here, if you see somebody who is struggling, sometimes quietly take them aside and say, hey, listen, are you okay? You know, I'm here for you. Sometimes they just need those small little things because little words make a difference. My hope for you guys here tonight is that each and every one of us walks away and maybe goes out and helps another person, spreads the awareness, keep up with this group, which is amazing. These groups that start, these grassroots groups that start, that have put all of this together on their own to try to make a difference, this is what's going to change our future. But it just means it's hard work. It means that we can't just sit at home and say, I wish something could be done. I wish it would change. It means you have to actually get up and you have to actually support other people. You have to go to meetings. You have to go to school board meetings. If you want things changed within the schools, we have to stand up and do things about it. I don't think that the schools are horrible places. I believe that schools try, but not enough. There's not near enough supports in our schools. So sometimes that means we have to be able to kind of push, get some other outside help. The last thing I'll say is that if any of you know of somebody who is struggling with the thoughts of suicide, with being bullied, with being cyberbullied, you can walk into our offices. It's in St. Charles off Jefferson Street. You can call us. You can email us. We will listen. We will support. If there's counseling that's needed, we will provide that counseling. And many times, if you're in St. Charles County, it is free counseling. Up to 15 sessions. We don't charge copays, none of that. None of the things that we do cost anything. But we need your voice. We need to hear from you. So make sure that you use that and let other people know that there are people that care. We know that suicide is preventable. It's a hard road, but it can be preventable. So my hope for you guys is that you take that loved one that you care about with you and you go out into your everyday world and you spread that message. And if you see somebody who's struggling, use that voice, that kindness, compassion to see if they need help. So I think you guys have done this unbelievable job of getting everybody together, and I'm just really proud that I could be here and be a part of it. So thank you guys so much.